Hi, I'm Tonya. Welcome to my channel. If you're here having watched my first video where I talked about being a mature fan of K-pop, specifically BTS, although I stan a few groups now, to be fair. Welcome back. You're back for more. It's a good sign. Or you're a glutton for punishment, one or the other. If this is your first time here, go back and watch my first video so you get a little bit of context as to what I'm about, I guess, or at least how I communicate my ideas. But hi, welcome. By the way, the lighting's all levels of strange because I'm sitting by a curtain and it's got patterns on it. And I didn't want to open the curtains because then people would be walking by, watching me talking to a camera, and then I'd look silly. But today I wanted to talk about how I actually got into K-pop because I'm always curious to hear from others how they got into K-pop, how they became a BTS fan, etc., etc., and how they're just finding it really, the whole experience. I think like many people, I got into K-pop because I was introduced to BTS by another person, namely my daughter. Shout out to Jada. She showed me a video. I knew that she was into K-pop. I didn't really know anything about it. She showed me a video, BTS. It was dope, as in that's the name of the track. The track is dope and it was called Dope. And my feelings, I went through a range of emotions, quite frankly. And I think quite a few of us probably did. She explained that there were 7 members. And my initial thought was 7 members, that's a heck of a lot of people. Like, that seems a bit too many. It seems like that could be confusing. And she showed me the video and I remember watching it and I remember thinking, oh my God, Boba. God, here we go again. If you watch my first video, you'll understand. Boba seems to like to gate crash. Boba's the cat. She likes to gate crash my videos. Anyway, back to the point. I remember seeing all these faces and no sooner one's on screen and I'm like, who's that? And she's reeling off a name that is not making too much sense to me at the time because obviously I'm trying to listen to the music. I'm trying to watch the lyrics to understand what I'm hearing. I'm trying to figure out who is where, what's going on, and then they've all got the different costumes on. So no sooner one has come on and she said, that's so-and-so, that's V, that's J-Hope, that's RM, or Rap Monster as he was back then. I'm thinking, how do you remember all this stuff? This is hectic. This video and this song is hectic. But I like it, I think, somewhere. But I was just fascinated. It was fascination. And she probably showed me some other videos after that. And the thing is, with K-pop, once you start watching 1 or 2, and obviously the algorithm on YouTube starts throwing more your way, you enter into the black hole, the rabbit hole of K-pop, from whence you cannot escape. And it's a beautiful experience, overpowering, all-consuming, but it's beautiful. I think the video that got me, the video that just made me, everything started clicking, and it's aptly named Save Me. The video is named and the track is named Save Me. But by that point, I didn't want to be saved. I wanted BTS to just pick me up, sling me over their shoulders and run off into the sunset with me forevermore. And I tell you what did it. Blonde Jin. If you have not seen Save Me, it's a wicked track. If you've not seen Save Me, go and watch it, please. Because at that point when I saw the video, I was beginning to get a little familiar with the names. And some names were sticking more than others. I'm a rap line girl. I always tend to go for the rap line, I guess because I like hip hop and that kind of stuff. So I kind of knew those names. I think there was maybe some of the other names I might have confused a little bit, but I was all about the rap line. But Jin, Blonde Jin, when I saw him, I think I turned to my daughter and I said, but hang on, who is that grown man? Who is the blonde man? Where did this blonde man come from? Because I didn't even realize it was Jin. I was just like, who is this fine blonde man? It was Jin. And Jin's not my bias. He's a lovely, handsome man, beautiful soul. He's not my bias. But for that video, yeah, he's probably my bias in that video, to be fair. And that was me. I was hook, line, and sinkered, gone, 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 gone. And then it literally is going back through all the videos. Then you start finding other groups. Back then, I did watch some girl group videos, but I was very much, I think, into kind of like the boy bands, man bands. So, you just end up down this warren, this rabbit hole of never-ending K-pop and any videos about K-pop, really. I think I then started to look at GOT7, Monster X, I don't think NCT, was I really watching NCT in those early days? Probably not. I think there was so much material from BTS then as well that you could keep yourself quite busy. But I mean, once you get into K-pop, it is literally a whole new world, and you just want to experience everything, absolutely everything. And it's been a fantastic experience. And what I will say is, particularly if it's a family member or like a child that's introduced you to K-pop, I found that it really brought me and my daughter closer together. I think we were still close anyway, but it's something that we could get together and enjoy. And we've been to K-pop concerts. We went to both BTS concerts. Amazing, amazing experience. I think whatever words I use to explain the first time we saw BTS at the O2, I mean, we didn't get tickets to the week before, but I knew in my heart of hearts we were getting tickets. By hook or by crook, we were getting tickets, and I managed to get tickets last minute. And we couldn't even sit together. My daughter sat on the opposite side of the O2 with her friend, and I sat on obviously the opposite side because I couldn't get 3 tickets together. I had to get 2 tickets and then 1. But we had really great tickets, and the O2 was a fantastic venue for them to do their first concert because it's big, but it's not too big, and they had a stage that came out, so it felt kind of intimate. Oh my God, just to be in that venue, knowing you were about to see an act that you were just so intensely focused on, BTS. I mean, we didn't even know if they were going to come over, because at that point, K-pop it was popular to those in the know, I guess, but it wasn't worldwide, huge, mainstream like how it is now. So to be in that venue, knowing any minute they were going to step out on the stage and we were going to see them in the flesh, oh, my heart was just fluttering. It was so exciting. And when they came out, and I remember because Jungkook had hurt himself, so he had to sit to the side, and I know he's quite upset about it, but it was an amazing show. It was just, to be surrounded by other fans, singing. Even if you didn't know the words, you just made some kind of noise. As long as the notes were kind of right, it was cool. It was just a fantastic experience. And I think the thing is, halfway through, you're enjoying it still, but then also at some point it's going to end and you don't want it to end. So it's like a bittersweetness. Oh, and then Magic Shop. Oh my God. If you were there, you know. And then obviously Wembley, we went both nights. And again, the second night when we all sang Forever Young. Again, just these are moments, these are memories that were created for myself and for my daughter and for everybody that was there. And if I could do that 10 times over, I'd need a loan. Let's face it, those tickets. I mean, we talk about cost of living crisis. How about the cost of K-pop crisis? Being a K-pop fan's no joke. No joke. But if I could do that 10 times over again, I absolutely would. Because it was just the most kind of surreal, amazing, awesome, emotional, fun experience. And anytime I've gone to any kind of event, any kind of concert to do with a K-pop artist, it's been great. It's been absolutely fantastic. And it's been a great memories to share with my daughter. So I'm really curious. How did you get into K-pop? How did you end up down this rabbit hole of K-pop, BTS, whichever group you stand. Like I said, I watch so many other groups now, follow so many other groups now as well. BTS are my heart though, because you know, they're the ones that got me in, and I'll forever be a BTS fan. BTS Army, rock on. But I'd really like to hear in the comments, how did you get into K-pop? Like, what kept you, or what was the video or the moment that it all switched on for you? Or were you there from the very start, loved the very first thing you saw? Or were you like me, a bit overawed, a bit confused? You knew you liked it, but you were still confused as to what was going on. So, okay, bye, 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 bye. She's gone. But yes, let me know in the comments. How did you get into K-pop? What, you know, who enticed you into K-pop? Or did YouTube just throw a little, sprinkle a little fairy dust in your way, and you clicked it, and that was you done down the Warren hole? I'd love to know. All right, thanks very much for joining me. Thanks for watching the video, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye-bye. So I finished the video. I thought she had left the room, but she's still there. Don't forget to subscribe.